Bristol-Myers is up more than 5% this month, and bullish options traders are betting that the bounce can continue. We're seeing, in fact, today, Pete Najarian has that unusual activity. He's over at the telestrader. Jon is joining us from Chicago with more. But, Pete, you're up first.
Yeah, I'm going to start with Bristol. Now, Mel, we talked about one of these. It was the October 50s they were buying back on September 10th. And they bought 13,000 of those. So they were buying upside. Stock was trading about 48. Then just a couple of days later, they rolled out again, and they rolled out of those into November, and they decided to go for the next strike higher. Well, now today what we're seeing is even more buying, and now they're going way out. They're going all the way out to these June 60 calls, trading for about $1. These are well out of the money. Stock was trading 50.5 when they bought these 60 strike calls, so they've been right. The stock has been moving to the upside. It's gone from 48, a little over 50 now, and this big move. Now, I had rolled out of that first hit that we had into the next. I'm still holding on to the next, and eventually I know now that I feel pretty comfortable holding this thing and eventually maybe roll out myself into June, but I already have a position on in there now. So I like what we're seeing in Bristol-Myers. It's been very interesting. I got one more for you. USG, here we go. UNG, natural gas. When the stock was trading right at 20, so basically right where it is right now, we had some huge November 21 call buying in there. Really, really nice to see these trading just under $1. Some pretty aggressive. Actually, they hadn't bought that many, so this has actually moved up significantly to 20,000. Pretty aggressive buying. They bought about 15,000, 18,000 now, a little over 20,000 of these. I'm going to hold on to these for a very short period of time, but probably 3 to 4 weeks.
All right, Dr. J, what are you looking at?
All right, Mel. Well, of course, that Apple upgrade is great for Apple and the shareholders there. And AMD supplies a fair amount of chips to Apple. Is that why we're seeing some pretty big upside speculation in this one? Stock's 28.5, Mel, and they were buying the 30.5 calls, and they bought a lot of those calls in big chunks. That's the kind of activity we like to follow. I bought these, Mel. I was already in some AMD calls, and I added to it because of this activity. Second one, take a look at what's going on in Bed Bath & Beyond. You guys talked about it. They got an upgrade from, I believe it was Wedbush today, and the stock made a big pop. Somebody wants to either lock in that big pop, Mel, or bet maybe that it reverses when they announce earnings 2 days from now. So what they did was they bought a lot of puts. Whenever I see that, I look over to see if there's a corresponding stock purchase, Mel. I didn't see that, so this looks like either protection to lock in that gain or a bet that maybe stock goes down, and I'll be in these through the week. They expire on Friday.